In this short video, I'm going to be explaining how I've kind of created a workflow using Symbaloo and Dropbox uh, as a way to create some shortcuts for my students when they use the iPads to access some files that we'll be using quite often. Now, I do know that on an iPad you can download the Dropbox app and go ahead and share folders within the account so that on each iPad, no matter which iPad students are on, they can access all the files that you have saved in Dropbox. The problem is that that also gives them the option to delete some of those files. This is a way that I want to prevent students from deleting files, but still have access to everything that we want to use, no matter which iPad that they have in their hands. So this is a way to get around it a little bit. I guess this is a way that I've been using that seems to be working out pretty good for my students. I'm going to go ahead and get started. The first thing that I did is on a computer, I went and opened up my Dropbox account. And let's say that I want to create a folder for students to use. I'm going to label this cats. So let's say they're doing a project about cats. And within this folder, I'm going to add some pictures that are of some clip art pictures, I guess, of some cats here. So let me get these pictures of the cats opened up and uploaded. So you can see it's uploading those pictures. So I have these pictures here. Now what I want to do is, this folder is what I actually want to share. So I'm going to take, and on this cats, I'm going to click, and it gives me the option to share this. So I'm going to click on share link. And instead of sending this to anybody, I just want to get the link itself. So I'm going to click get link. Now I'm set to go to my Symbaloo page, and this is the page that my students use for all their links in first grade so far. And what I'm going to do is I want to create a new tile. So I'm going to click where it says new tile. In that URL that I copied, I'm going to paste it in, and I'm going to label this cats, and then I'm going to click to show the text on this icon. Now I could upload an actual picture of a cat if I wanted, so that it was easier for students to find, but just for this I'm going to leave it with the Dropbox image. I'm going to save it. So you can see here this icon now. Anytime that the students were to click on this icon, you can see it'll open up, and there are the images of the cats that they can choose to use. Now that I've posted this to my Symbaloo, the one thing that I need to do is republish this to the web. Otherwise, this cats link is not going to show up. So to do that, if I click on share and I click update web mix, it'll update my web mix. So you can see it just said republish. Now what I need to do in order to access this page on my iPads is, again, click share, and where it says web mix details, this is where it'll give me a link, and right here is the link that I want to copy, and I want to open this link on the iPads that I'm going to be using in my first grade classroom. So once I have that link copied, and then once I go to my iPad, you can see here these are the iPads that we would be using in class. So I just opened up Safari, and you can see here, let me refresh this quick. So what I'm doing is I'm reloading this web mix. So again, this is, up here would be the link that I just showed you from the computer that I would type in. And on the iPad now, what I would want to do is I want to save this page so that it's just going to be an icon on the iPad. So what I would do is I click this little arrow up at the top, and you can see I have the option to add it to my home screen. I'm just going to leave it with 1F links, and I'm going to click add. So what that did is, you can see it added an icon on my screen. So no matter what the students are in, let's say that they are in, Evernote, and then they need to get out of Evernote, and they need to go to a web page. So let's say that they need to go back to the links. So now they can click on 1F links, and what this will allow them to do is click on the cats, and you can see now that when it opens up, they have access to these 4 pictures, but they can't delete any of them. In order to download them, all they need to do is to click on the pictures, and then they can click and hold down on that image, and it gives them the option to copy it or save it. So they could save that image, then they could go back, so they could go picture by picture and save each image. And then once they've saved each image, they can then use those images for any project that they wanted. So let's say that they wanted to go into, let's say they're going to do pic collage. So you can see here, here's pic collage. So from here they could go and they could insert the pictures and go ahead and create a project. So here they could go and they could use the camera rolls. So you can see there's those 4 pictures of the cats that I just added. So here could be their pic collage that they use to create. So again, this is a way that I've been using for my students to use some files without having to worry about them being able to delete any of those files. So hopefully you find this a little helpful for you of a way to manage some workflow on your iPads in your classroom.